Brouhaha comedy at Vintage Villains.
Hey there, it's me, Ripper the Clown, the unpredictable cartoon character come to life, and guess what? Brouhaha stand-up comedy returns to Vintage Villains on Saturday night, February 24th, for a musical night of comedy. Tickets are available right now at Vintage Villains, $8 in advance or $10 at the door the night of the show. Now on February 24th, the doors will open at 7 p.m. and the show will start at 8. We have an amazing roster, stacked and packed with Vintage Villains favorites and Brouhaha debuts. As you may know from past Brouhaha comedy shows, that opening spot is always reserved for newcomers to the comedy scene. You know, people who have maybe only been on stage once or twice, or maybe even never before. This has been a Brouhaha staple since pretty much day one, and I really love fostering new talent and giving these performers an opportunity, even if it's just to fulfill a one-night dream of getting on stage. This time, and from here on, the opening spot will be divided, split, if you will, between two new performers as to provide even more opportunity for comedy rookies. And at Brouhaha 6, we have two fantastic and innovative newcomers in that opening spot. Albert King and Company. Albert performs the rare art of ventriloquism comedy with his puppet buddies Nigh and Amaya. Albert debuted his ventriloquism at the second Pop Goes the Culture variety show right here at Vintage Villains, and since that point he has been performing throughout the area, including appearances at Cafe 13, performing weekly during the summer at Saturday Morning Summer Sounds and Farmers Market downtown Danville, and he also hosted entertainment at the Temple Plaza during Culture Shock weekend. Albert and his puppet crew delight both adults and kids, and I know on February 24th at Brouhaha 6, Albert, Nigh, and Amaya will delight our Brouhaha audience. And a special message to all the parents out there, he is a favorite at kids' parties and he's currently taking bookings. Shawn Hosseini is no stranger to the music stage. Shawn's musical comedy has been seen at Culture Shock, Vintage Villains, Cafe 13, Saturday Morning Summer Sounds and Farmers Market, Sleepy Creek Vineyards, and on 88.7 WPCD. Shawn has also performed in countless Ripper the Clown comedy videos, including the lead role as Dr. Pleasance in the Ripper the Clown film, The Stripper Ripper. Shawn's amazing musical talent, coupled with his hilarious songs and unique views of the world, make him a natural at comedy, and I'm extremely proud that Shawn's first official comedy debut will be at Brouhaha 6 on February 24th.
Brouhaha comedy at Vintage Villains.
In my opinion, Dustin Danger is hands down one of this area's top all-around showmen, either as a solo act or with his brother Mr. Jason as the villains. Dustin Danger performs and hosts shows throughout East Central Illinois, always providing intense and high-impact performances with deep, thoughtful, and timeless songs, and always nurturing and supporting new talent that he meets along the way. Truly, there is nothing this man cannot do. He is also the head of the Rebels Fair Collective, and he recently recorded a CD at Sun Records in Memphis, and he is a teacher and mentor for countless aspiring musicians. And hey, you may remember Dustin from his countless appearances on WCIA and CI Living. Last summer, I saw Dustin perform a series of comical songs with basically stand-up comedy segues, and I had to have him perform at Brouhaha 6. And hey, Dustin will be attending Brouhaha 6 on February 24th, fresh off a trip to New York City where he attended the 2018 Grammy Awards. I am a huge fan of Larry Smith and his brilliant storytelling, and truth be told, I have been a big fan since I saw his debut stand-up comedy act, and coincidentally, or maybe not coincidentally, the first two times I saw Larry Smith perform, his comedy won awards. He's that damn good. This Springfield-based comedian has performed throughout the Midwest, and I'm so proud of everything this man has accomplished. Larry is also the co-host of the Comedians with Day Jobs podcast, and he recently appeared in The Stripper Ripper as Harold Swordman Baker, a stand-up comedian who caused problems at a fictionalized Brouhaha comedy show right here at Vintage Villains. And Larry is absolutely one of the nicest performers that I've had the pleasure of meeting throughout this journey. I am proud and honored to call Larry Smith a friend. He has quickly established himself as a Vintage Villains favorite, and trust me, if you have not seen him on stage before, Larry Smith's ingenious comedy repertoire and storytelling is going to blow you away at Brouhaha 6.
Brouhaha comedy at Vintage Villains.
And as if Brouhaha 6 isn't special enough already, it's going to be even more extra specially at Vintage Villains on February 24th because after an 8-year hiatus, Campfire Jim will make his triumphant return to the stand-up comedy stage at Brouhaha 6. Campfire Jim has been a bass player for 35 years. He's written over 1,000 songs and he's performed across the United States. After writing comedy songs to play for friends around the campfire, Campfire Jim entered the stand-up comedy circuit, performing throughout the Midwest. Campfire Jim also became a staple on WCIA and WCIX, performing his comedy songs, including the Illini football blues, to millions via a live television audience. I've always been a huge fan of Campfire Jim's work, and I've missed his hilarious brand of musical comedy. And after an 8-year absence from the comedy stage, I am truly honored that Campfire Jim's triumphant return will be at Vintage Villains on February 24th for Brouhaha 6.
Brouhaha Comedy at Vintage Villains.
And headlining Brouhaha 6 will be the incomparable Rich Castle. In the realm of stand-up comedy, there is not much that Rich Castle hasn't accomplished. His brilliant, nonchalant style of comedy has received accolades throughout the country, and he's performed throughout the United States. One of my first introductions to the local comedy scene was seeing Rich Castle perform, and I've been a huge fan of his work for almost a decade. Rich isn't just a consummate professional, but I admire his mentoring and schooling of new comedians. I truly wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today without Rich's friendship and influence, and I know others feel the same. If you want to be a stand-up comedian, watch and study Rich Castle at Brouhaha 6. It will be a clinic on what to do and how to do it from a master of stand-up comedy. After his superlative magic comedy performance at the first Pop Goes Culture variety show right here at Vintage Villains and his impromptu appearance at Brouhaha 5, Rich Castle is unquestionably a favorite here at Vintage Villains. I have people ask me about Rich Castle all the time. They want to know when he's going to be on another show, and it's about damn time that Rich Castle headlined a Brouhaha comedy show right here at Vintage Villains, and that time is now, February 24th at Brouhaha 6.
Brouhaha Comedy at Vintage Villains.
Tickets are on sale at Vintage Villains right now. Right now, people, get your tickets today before they sell out, because as you may know, our Brouhaha shows typically sell out. Advance tickets are only $8 or $10 at the door, and as Jake Blues would say, that's a heck of a lot of entertainment for $8 or $10. And at the February 24th Brouhaha Comedy Show, the doors will open at 7 and the show will start at 8. Get there early to secure your seat because tickets are general admission. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that Ripper the Clown will be hosting. Phew, I almost forgot to plug myself. But all that said, now it's time to plug our sponsors. Brouhaha 6 is sponsored by the new and improved Barber Shop, located at 807 North State Street in Westville, is an old school barber shop with a new school flair. Come on in for a haircut and visit Joe and Emily during the barber shop's new and extended hours, Monday through Friday 9 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. The barber shop now offers an array of hair styling and beard styling products. Ripper the Clown's grandpa loves going to the barber shop, and it's the only place he'll go for his haircut. The barber shop in Westville, where walk-ins are always welcome and haircuts start at only $12. You're happily working on your computer, everything's fine, and then oh no! Having computer problems can be a major pain, especially when you need to find fast, trustworthy, and reliable service. Whenever Ripper the Clown has computer problems, I immediately call my friend Richard Woodard at 217-446-2765. Established in 2001, Woodard's Computing Services offers fast, friendly assistance along with a variety of computer-related services such as network setup and configuration, wireless setup, virus removal and support, and of course, computer repairs. Woodards also offers computer training, consultation, web design services, and hardware and software support. Richard Woodard's goal is to venture into the tangled world of networks, cables, and computer viruses and educate both home and business clients that computers aren't that scary. And trust me, I only trust my computer to Woodards. Call Woodards today at 217-446-2765 or visit woodardscomputing.com. For all of your e-cigarette, vapor supplies, juice, and accessory needs, visit the Chuckin Clouds Vape Shop at 2 locations in Central Illinois, 3803 North Vermilion Street in Danville, across from Carmack Car Capital, and 1628 Georgetown Road in Tilton at the County Market Plaza. Chuckin Clouds is open 10 to 7 Monday through Friday. Saturdays are open 11 to 8 and noon to 5 on Sunday. Chuckin Cloud's Vape Shop stocks all the latest and current vape equipment from starter kits all the way up to higher end kits with an excellent selection of mods, batteries, chargers, RDAs, and coils. Chuckin Cloud's Vape Shop also offers a complete line of premium juice and their own house line with an esoteric selection of more than 75 flavors. And Chuckin Cloud's also houses the only vape lounge in Vermilion County. Check out and like Chuckin Cloud's Vape Shop on Facebook, where they have a 4.9 out of 5-star review rating. And as you are about to see, the knowledgeable staff at Chuckin Cloud's really know how to blow smoke. And remember, Chuckin Cloud's Vape Shop is your one-stop shop for the hottest vape products and premium and custom juice on the market today. Visit the Gold Rush Pawnbrokers downtown Danville at 20 North Hazel. The Gold Rush has been in business over 30 years, and as evidenced by their numerous Commercial News Reader's Choice Awards, including 2015 for Best Pawn Shop, the Gold Rush strives to be the absolute best in Vermilion County. The Gold Rush Pawnbrokers buy and sell merchandise of all varieties, and they make 30-day loans from $10 to $10,000, and remember, your first loan up to $200 is always interest-free. The Gold Rush also buys gold, and you can even pay your power and utility bills on location. The amazing inventory at the Gold Rush changes on a daily basis, from video game systems, games, and gaming equipment, to an endless variety of big screen TVs, laptops galore, tools of all shapes and sizes, and individually priced DVD box sets. And who can pass up the Gold Rush's dollar DVD section? And musicians, the Gold Rush carries a vast array of instruments, guitars, and music equipment. The Gold Rush is truly never the same store twice. The friendly and courteous staff at the Gold Rush is waiting to serve you 8:30 to 5 Monday through Fridays and 8:30 to 3 on Saturdays. Call 431-LOAN today. That's 431-LOAN, or better yet, swing by 20 North Hazel and explore the endless treasures awaiting you at the Gold Rush Pawnbrokers. Since 1962, B&J Music has been serving the Danville area and surrounding communities. That's over 50 years at the same location, 3232 North Vermillion in Danville, and over a half century of teaching and nurturing aspiring musicians, servicing upwards of 75 schools throughout central Illinois and Indiana, and accommodating the needs of this area's new musicians and established professionals with everything from instruments and accessories to repairs. The staff at B&J Music are friendly, knowledgeable, and passionate about music, and they strive to provide great service, selection, value, and top quality instruction. And you can't get any better than B&J Music's outstanding education department and teaching staff, consisting of 16 working professional musicians and former band instructors. And you can learn how to play pretty much any kind of instrument here at B&J Music, from drums and guitar to clarinet to piano and the organ to flute, the saxophone, French horns, mandolin, ukulele, harmonica, and the piccolo. Stop by or call B&J Music today and make your dreams of being a musician come true. The showroom at B&J Music has everything for the aspiring or professional musician. B&J Music offers a vast array of guitars, amps, orchestra instruments, keyboards, and drums. B&J Music also stocks clothing, guitar strings, straps and pedals, stands, cables, printed music, and instructional books. And since 1962, B&J Music has been serving generations of band students with band instrument rentals to schools across and throughout Vermilion County and Indiana. Have a problem with your instrument? Don't worry, head straight to B&J Music. The staff at B&J Music takes pride in their fast turnover for repairs. Most repairs take 1 week, and always keeping the commitments, needs, and schedules of the working musician in mind, B&J Music even provides loaners when your instrument is being repaired. Call B&J Music today at 217-443-1050. That's 217-443-1050, or visit B&J Music online at jmusic.com, or better yet, stop by B&J Music at 3232 North Vermillion in Danville, Monday through Thursday 9 a.m. to 8:30, Fridays 9 a.m. to 5:30, and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. B&J Music, for over 50 years, the one-stop shop for aspiring and professional musicians in Vermilion County and Indiana. And I have breaking news from the Ripper the Clown news desk. Instructors from B&J Music will be on hand at Brouhaha 6, providing entertainment before the show and during intermission. Well, guys, that's your Brouhaha 6 roster. Again, tickets for Brouhaha 6 on Saturday night, February 24th are available at Vintage Villains. $8 in advance, 10 at the door. Get them early because we tend to sell out. And we'll see you on February 24th at the greatest venue in East Central Illinois, Vintage Villains, for what's shaping up to be the greatest installment of Brouhaha comedy to date.
Brouhaha comedy at Vintage Villains.